All right, guys, good morning. Today we are on Thursday. We are going to be in our big books today. We're going to be reviewing our week and then going over our practice test and selection test reviews. We're also going to be doing our digital trifold in Google Classroom classwork. And then you guys are going to end your day with your 5 things. All right. Now, anything that we do not go over or anything that you want to recover, you can do so during our history, social science, science break, because there's no science for this week due to parent conferences. So anything that you don't finish during ELA or math time or ELD time, you guys are going to do it during your history science time. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and go on. We are in Thursday. The first thing that we're going to do today is going to actually be our Google Classroom classwork. So when I say week review, just look through the things that you guys have not done for the week. We want you guys to review maybe some of the stories that you read. Definitely Sled Dogs Run, because that's going to be what you're tested on tomorrow. Maybe you didn't finish some your turn practice pages. Maybe you want to just review some of your spelling and vocabulary games so that you can get 100% on those assessments, okay? So to find your Google Classroom classwork digital trifold, you're going to go to Google Classroom. Once you're at Google Classroom, sorry, I just deleted that from this morning, you're going to click on classwork. So everybody should be doing that right now. I need everybody to be going to Google Classroom classwork because we're all going to be working on our digital trifold. So Kaylee, I need you on Google Classroom. Thank you, Danica. Angelica, I need you on Google Classroom. Eva. And then also, if your computer says student offline, that means you're not using a .org account. So like up here, do you see how Danica is logged into her .org account? You need to do that. Or I guess what a better way is like up here. So right up here, let me, and it's here, my screen. Right up here is going to be how you know that you're logged into a Google Classroom. I'm sorry, your Google account. When you click on this like link or your profile, if it's in your parents' email address, if it's in a regular Gmail, like a personal one, it's not going to work. You have to be logged into your .org account for your account, not your sister or your brother's, for me to see your screen. So like Alexander, I can't see your screen because you're not logged into the right account. Christian, Daniel, I can't see your screens. Jewels, I can't see your screen, okay? So make sure you're in the right account. All right, Kaylee, you are still in Kahoot. So what you need to do is you need to close out because we're not in Kahoot anymore. And then you need to go to Google Classroom, go to classwork, go to ELA, and then look for Wonders ELA Digital Trifold Thursdays. I'm going to circle that for you guys. Click on this right here. Wonders ELA Digital Trifold Thursdays. Go ahead and open that up, guys. All right. Once you open it up, you're going to open up this link right here. So go ahead and do so right now. All right, so everyone should be here because you guys are going to be working on it while I'm working on it. We're all going to be working on it together, all right? So what you're going to do is you're going to scroll down to each of the different big pictures you see. You're going to notice that the colors are going to change. So we read these stories. What story are we on this week? This week we're on Sled Dogs Run. So we're going to look for that picture, Sled Dogs Run. Not that one. Oh, there it is. Sled Dogs Run. This is a genre is the realistic fiction. And the essential question for this week is how do animals survive? Okay, reading comprehension. Why do the dogs go crazy when the girl comes with the harnesses? So if you don't remember, what you are going to do is you are going to reread. Now, you should all have your books. If you don't have your books, I'll show you where to get to it online. For your big book, the book that you're going to need is your literature anthology. which is this one right here. So take out this book, please, and then turn to page 110. Take out this book and turn to page 110. If you don't have your book, you're going to log into Google Classroom, click on the waffle, and then you're going to scroll all the way down till you get to McGraw-Hill. Kendall, you need to be respectful in the chat, or you will be removed from our meeting. So here we go. We're going to click on McGraw-Hill Education. Okay, I'm going to make it so that you guys can only chat with me. Okay, once you're here, you're going to click on your Wonders Grade 2 book. And then you're going to click on Read.
Read.
Once you click on Read, you're going to find the story Sled Dogs Run. All right, now what we're going to do is let's go back to the tab with our digital trifold. The question was, why do the dogs go crazy when the girl comes with the harnesses? So let's see if we can find out.
Now in summer, the training begins. Sled dogs run. That's what they live for, to run and pull. First, they wear a harness to get used to it. Then they pull a small log, bouncing and skidding behind them. In the fall, they pull a cart for the first time. Papa runs behind me. I call out, "Skookum, Hawk, Bamboo, good dogs." For now, they run with older dogs. I can't wait till the first snow. And by February, they are ready to pull as a team, with me as musher. My first solo run. Mama heats up a sloppy stew. The dogs must eat fast before it freezes. Mama gives me a hug. You will love the quiet, she says, and the oneness with nature. You will love the speed, Papa says, and the sense of freedom. When I come with the harnesses, the dogs go crazy. They run in circles, howling and crying and yipping with joy.
Ooh, so there it is. I found it. So she comes with the harnesses. The dogs go crazy. They're howling and crying and yipping with joy. So if they're yipping with joy, that means that they are happy. So why do the dogs go crazy when the girl comes with the harnesses? The dogs go crazy when the girl comes with the harnesses because this means they are very happy and excited to run. Now, I started the sentence for you all. So this is what we call a complete sentence. That's what you guys need to do. You need to not just write, they're happy. You need to write a complete sentence, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and write it in the chat as well, so that if you guys want, you guys could even copy paste it. Okay, Raiden, you need to be on the correct website or on the correct tab. We're not playing games right now. We're working on our trifold. We're working on our digital trifold. You can do typing practice at the end of the day. Raiden, you gotta exit out, buddy. Okay, I'm gonna just close it for you. All right, let's keep going. Okay, why was it important for the girl to trust the dogs during the storm? Oops.
When I come with the harnesses, the dogs go craring to go. Mama says, be back by dark. In the north, in the winter, dark comes early. Papa says, trust the dogs, they will know the way.
Okay, so why is she supposed to trust the dogs? Why was it important for the girl to trust the dogs during the snow? Because it says they will know the delay. So it is important for the girl to trust the dogs during the storm because they will know the way back home. Now what I'm doing is I'm highlighting the whole thing and I'm making it bigger so that you guys can read it. Now, we are still working on complete sentences. So for now, if you are not a fluent writer is someone who can write while I'm speaking and you can get most of your work done. If you are not a fluent writer, it's very hard. Maybe it takes you a really long time to write just a few words. Then what you're going to do is you're going to just write incomplete sentences, and that's okay. You can write fragments. So for like number 1, you could write, they're happy, they are excited. For number 2, you can write, they will know the way back home. Technically, those are not incomplete sentences, but those are short sentences. But you can also do fragments. But when you get to older grades, you're going to be required to write complete sentences. You're going to be required to put your question back into your answer, just like how I did. It is important. Was it important for the girl to trust the dogs during the storm? It is important for the girl to trust the dogs during the storm because they will know the way back home. All right, now the next strategy we're going to be working on is summarize. What happened at the beginning of the story, middle, and then the end. So let's go ahead and look back at the beginning.
They were born in the spring, fat, tumbling puppy balls full of fresh puppy smell and puppy life. There was skookum and hawk and bamboo. Here in Alaska, in the far north, skookum means smart. See how hawk and bamboo chase him but can't catch him, says Papa. He will be the leader. Now in summer, the training begins. Sled dogs run. That's what they live for, to run and pull.
Okay, so it looks like in the beginning, we have these 3 puppy dogs that are born. What happened in the beginning of the story? In the spring, 3 puppies are born. That's what happens at the beginning. In the spring, 3 puppies are born. Now, you guys should be writing these in your own books. I'm sorry, on your own devices. So Danica's doing it. Angelica's doing it. Aaron, you're on the wrong website. Anthony, you got to open this up. Click on your name. Okay. Nathan, you got to be on the right area. Nicholas, you got to be on the right area. All right. Now, what happens in the middle of the story? So in the middle, it looks like she's training. And then even eventually, she goes out on a run with her dogs. So I'm just going to say she's training. Because technically, even when she goes out for the first snow, that's only her first time. So that's still a part of training. So what happened in the middle of the story? The girl takes her dogs on a sled run. So the girl takes her dogs on a sled run. And now you guys can add any type of middle that you want. You could say that the middle is kind of like the climax of the story, which it could be that she gets lost. That could be your middle. So whatever you guys think is your best middle, that is totally fine. So if you have a different answer than me, that's fine. Okay, Aaron, go to Wonders ELA Digital Trifold Thursdays. Click on your name. All right, let's move on. Okay, what happens in the end of the story? Okay, so she gets lost and then she's scared and then she asks the dogs to take her home. So this
Then
is the
I
last
see
one.
beyond the long blue shadows of the spruce, lights, our cabin in the woods, home. And we become a part of the night and the moon and the snow and the trees, and we run. Skookum, hawk, bamboo, hike. We run to keep up with our hearts.
All right, so at the end, first she is lost, but her dogs find the way home. All right, guys. So this is what I'm going to do, okay? I think I did put them all. Can you put the second one in the chat? They're all in the chat right now. So I'll put them all again in the chat, okay? So the first one was the dogs go crazy when the girl comes with the harnesses because this means that they are very happy and excited to run. Number 2, I put, it is important for the girl to trust the dogs during the storm because they will know the way back home. And then for the summarize, so in the beginning, it was, in the spring, puppies are born. The middle was the girl takes her dogs on a sled run. And then at the end, we wrote first she is lost, but her dogs find the way home. All right, guys. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. If you are not done, that's totally fine. You guys are going to need to rewatch this later on and then pause the video on YouTube and finish up these questions, okay? We only have about 25 minutes because we end math at 9:55. I'm sorry, ELA at 9:55. So we have 25 minutes to get through the second page, and we have to get through your comprehension and your selection assessments, okay? So let's go ahead and do this next part. Okay, grammar. Match each colored box with the correct type of noun. Match each colored box with the correct type of noun. Is it a person in green? Is it a place in red? A thing in blue? So the first two have already been done for you. Car is a thing. Dad is a person. School is a place. Dog is a thing, technically. An animal is a thing, that's why. A teacher is a person. Ring, a ring like a ring that you wear, like your parents might wear a ring, is a thing. A couch is a thing. A dentist is a person. What is that? A bean is a thing. And a cat is a thing. So the only place here is the school. All right, next one, vocabulary strategy. Prefixes re, un, and dis. Write the new word with the prefix. So I don't know why there's so many E's. So it should be to heat again means to reheat. Okay, not plug. Un means not. So we're gonna write unplug. Okay, next one, play again. So to play again means again means so we're gonna write replay. Again, if you guys need more time, you guys can watch it on YouTube and then pause the video, okay? Okay, to not obey. Now, not and un and dis are very similar. Un and dis are very similar. So if you need, un and dis are very similar. So just think about which one makes more sense to you. Is it going to be unobey or is it going to be disobey? So to me, it's going to be, dis. Disobey. Disobey or unobey, dis makes more sense. Next one, read again. Again means so you would reread. And then not in order, it would be unorder or disorder. I would say it would be disorder. All right. All right, guys, that is it for your digital trifold. If you did not finish it, you guys are going to finish it on your own during, your other time. But what we're going to do is we are going to review for your 2 tests for tomorrow. Now, for your comprehension and your selection test reviews, I will not be recording those sections. However, I will show you guys what they look like. So here is going to be your selection test for tomorrow. Your selection test is going to be based off of your vocabulary words, but it's also going to be based off of how they are used in the story Sled Dogs Run. So you have questions like, which word means wants very much? Which of the following words is defined in the entry above? Which word means makes suitable? And then the last 5 questions are based on the story that we read yesterday and we reread today. If you have questions, if you are not able to answer these questions, you guys are allowed to go back into the story and reread. So let's say that you don't know like where this is. What causes the hair on the dog's necks to stand up? So what you're going to do is you're going to look through again the story. Look for that part in the story. So this one says, what causes the hair on the dog's necks to stand up? So there's the sight of a moose, the sound of lake ice, the sound of the wind, the sight of a snowshoe hare. So let's see if they're saying any, I see a moose picture, so let's see if it's here.
The dogs smell moose and go after it. Moose stops and turns around, fire in her eyes. With one kick, a moose can cave in a rib cage. That's what Papa says. I yell, ha, and my dogs swerve left, away from the moose. I yell, gee, and my dogs swerve right, their keen noses scenting the trail.
So it doesn't, there's nothing about the hares standing up. So it's not about the moose. So I know it's not going to be A. So it's either going to be B, C, or D. Let's see. Oh, there's that snowshoe hare. Let's see.
We spook a snowshoe hare and fly after it. The sled whips. The runners shush. The collars and snaps jingle. Hair disappears into white.
I don't see anything that causes the hair on the dog's necks to stand up. So it's either going to be the sound of lake ice or the sound of the wind. So let's see if I can find it. I hear a howl. Is it the howl of the, oh, I think I found it.
I hear a howl. Is it the howl of wolves? The hair stands up on my dog's necks.
Ooh, so we might think, oh, it must be the howl of the wolves because that's what it says. But when we look, there's no howl of the wolves. So that must not be the right answer. And even if it was there, it would still be the wrong answer. We have to keep reading to see what the howling is.
No, it is the howling wind blowing the snow sideways.
Ooh, so what causes the hair on the dog's necks to stand up is the sound of the wind, because the wind is howling, like as if it was like a wolf. So the dogs get scared and they're perking their ears up and their hair is standing up, kind of like they're getting goosebumps because they're trying to figure out where that sound is coming from. So that's what you guys need to do. So for like question like number 3, you need to reread and find those answers. If you just guess, then that's not going to help you. You want to do the very best on the test. And if I'm saying that you guys can reread, you can go back into your book and reread through the story, then you guys should do that. All right. So this is going to be your selection test. All right. The next thing is going to be your comprehension. And for your comprehension test tomorrow, you guys are going to be reading 2 stories. One is going to be called Lost in the Forest. And the other is going to be called On the Farm. Now for these ones, I'm going to be reviewing them in class with you. So if you guys, for some reason, are not in class, it looks like we have 2 people absent today, and you guys have questions about the test, then on Friday, you guys can talk to me about them and I will help you guys as much as I can with your assessments. Same with those of you guys who are in there. You guys are going to try your very best on the test, but if you do have certain questions, you guys can always ask. All right.